Hey, 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 what's going on? It is Friday the 13th, and lots of people out there, lots of things going on. We just got through that big rainstorm here at the beach. Hope your Friday is going well. Hope your day is going well. Hope you're getting ready for an amazing weekend. Um, Waiting for some people to get on here because I got a couple of questions for you to see how it's going, see what's happening, see where life is. I think we're live. Let me go over here and see. It's Friday the 13th. Maybe on Friday the 13th we get 0 viewers. What do you think? Yeah, there we go. All righty. So comment in here if you're here. Shoot me a comment. Just say, hey, I got 3 people watching so far. Many of you may be watching the replay. Who knows why? Maybe it's because it's Friday the 13th. I don't know. So let me ask you a question. Let me go in here and look for a second to make sure I sent. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Checking out my co-host to see where they are. We went from 4 to 3. We lost somebody. Friday the 13th. Who's superstitious? Are you superstitious about Friday the 13th? Are you superstitious about walking under ladders? Are you superstitious about numbers, the number 13, or are you superstitious about where you park? Good morning, Michelle Brick from Arizona. How are you? Good to see you. Are you superstitious, Michelle? I'm curious to see who all on here, with it being Friday the 13th, who is superstition. And if you are superstitious, what are you superstitious about? A lot of people think bad things happen on Friday the 13th. A lot of people think, good morning, Annette Paz. A lot of people think that you can't walk under a ladder. A lot of people think you can't break a mirror. A lot of people park their cars in certain ways, have rituals. Good morning, Allie. A lot of people have different things that they do that they're superstitious about. Have you ever watched baseball, professional baseball? And it's more obvious when you're watching baseball because these ball players, they can stand there ready to swing the bat and pitch and nothing, a ball. It'll be a ball. And they didn't do anything, but they got to put their bat down, adjust their gloves, do this, adjust their gloves, do this, do that with their helmet. They have this routine that they go through. And that's the superstition. Basketball players have a routine that they go through. When they're shooting foul shots, some of them believe, okay, I bounce the ball 3 times, I squat, and then I shoot. Some of them will spin the ball and catch it, and then bounce it twice, and then shoot. And so, you call that a superstitious, you call it routine. Is anybody on here? Allison said she's not superstitious. So then, are you superstitious? Michelle, are you superstitious? Are you afraid to tell me? George? CJ is on. CJ, are you superstitious about fishing? CJ is when you fish for money, you're considered a professional. So CJ is a professional fisherman. He fishes in tournaments and gets paid to fish. And so comment in here if maybe you don't want to call it superstitious. Maybe you just have a routine. Maybe you have, a certain time of day. Maybe you have a certain this, certain that. George says, no, he's not superstitious. I'm not sure if that's George or Tammy, but one of the 2 of them is not superstitious at all. You don't have any routines, you do. And here's the deal. It's a superstition and routine when those batters come out of that box in baseball. Adjust their gloves every time. They do the right glove first, then they do the left glove. They tighten it up, then they shirt, and they hit their elbow, and they adjust their hat, and they get back in and they're ready to go. CJ says, I try not to be, but NC, I'm not sure what that means. But sometimes you are. Sometimes you get in that routine. Well, here's the deal with being superstitious and being routine. What it is it's just a thought process in your mind. The power of the mind can create something, an environment, an energy, an excitement that you're going to be successful, that you're going to get a hit. I always think it's funny that baseball players do that same thing, and yet if they can hit the ball, if they can get a base hit 3 out of 10 times, they get paid millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. They're going to get out 7 out of 10 times. And really it's like 2.8 times. I know AJ, you're on here. AJ, you're a big baseball fan. I think it's AJ. I don't see AJ. But, if they bat 280, 290, so I don't watch baseball in the regular season, but I'll watch the World Series. And it gets up. It's game number 6. It's Johnny Smith. He's 0 for 9 in the World Series. 0 for 9. And I'm like, if I'm the coach, I'm thinking, but here's what happens is he's 0 for 9, but they leave him in. And because they'll say, well, he's due. He's due to get a hit. We need a hit. He's 0 for 9. He's due. He's due for a hit because he hits the ball 2 out of 10 times. So he's due. So I try not to be, that was CJ, I try not to be, but sometimes find myself on certain occasions. And so think about that as you are out there in the world and building your business too. Same thing. Tony Robbins, you've heard of Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins has a routine that he does to get himself fired up, excited, and enthusiastic before he goes on stage every single time. Hey, Anna, good to see you. Every single time he has a routine. They say when you're making phone calls to stand up and walk around when you're making phone calls. Because if you're talking on the phone and you're hunched down, your voice inflection changes. You want to look at yourself and say, I'm the best recruiter there is. People love to follow me. People love our business. So if you get in a routine, and that's where we talk about the tracker, and see, it takes 28 days to create a habit. 28 days. If you've ever, I coach football and baseball and a lot of sports, and I teach young kids who are receivers to catch the ball, and I say, you watch the ball into your hand, and you watch it all the way until you tuck it away. In the hand, you see it, you never take your eyes off the ball, and you never take your eyes off until it's tucked away. And if you go to a game early for professional football players, guys making millions of dollars, they're out there practicing just that. In the hand, tuck it away. In the hand, tuck it away. Same routine for throwing. Same routine for pitching. Pitchers have a routine, and when they get out of their routine, the mound's just not right. You'll see them kicking the dirt. They get off, and they're not right. And so life is like that, and so is building this business. So you can't go out there and recruit people every month or so or every couple of weeks and do it this way for a little while and then try it this way. The more you do it over and over and you get in that routine, the better you get. The better you get, the more confident you get. People say to me all the time, golly, when you talk about what to say to people, when you call them on the phone and you say, hey, George, listen, I'm glad you took my call. I've got an opportunity. I'm not sure if you'd be interested in it or not, or if it's right up your cup, be your cup of tea. But listen, I'd love for you to take a look at an opportunity to create some additional income on a part-time basis. Won't interfere with what you're currently doing. I'm loving it. I'd love for you to be part of it. I'd love to build this with you. If you're interested, I'll send you some information. If not, no big deal. There are people that have been with me for 2 years now say, can you send me that? Can you send me that? And I'm like, it's just it's repetition. It's repetition. It's repetition. So when I call the phone, I'm talking to somebody, Amanda get mad at me because she'll go, oh Lord. So last night we were in a restaurant and there was a server who was just enthusiastic. She's 22 years old. I said, just a great server. And I said, how long have you been doing this? Oh, I've been doing this for a couple of years. So how do you like it? That's tough. I said, well, is this the only job you work? No, I work 2 jobs. I said, oh, okay. I said, you going to school? Well, I'm going to Cape Fear Community College. Oh, so what are you majoring in? I don't know. What are you going to do when you get out? I don't know. You don't know? I said, well, listen, I've got an opportunity for people like you who are enthusiastic and great personalities. And it creates some additional income on a part-time basis. Won't even interfere with what you're currently doing in your 2 jobs or your school. If that's something you're interested in, let me know. I'd love to get you some information. Here's my number. Shoot me a message. If not, no big deal. She goes, oh, that's awesome. She goes, can I do it on social media? I said, absolutely. That's what we teach is how to do it on social media. That's great. That's awesome. I'll be in touch. And my son goes, oh, you got to do that everywhere we go? I said, no, not everywhere, because some people, I don't want to be part of my team. But see, it's routine. And that's what superstitions are. Superstitions are beliefs that something's going to happen. If I do this, this is going to happen. If I do this, this is going to happen. If I do this, this is going to happen. And it's the same way here in building your business and in a family life, in a personal relationship. You know, those of you, George and Tammy, have been married for a long time. George, I bet you can say, if I do this, I know how Tammy will respond or react. Because you've been together so long, right? CJ, the fisherman, CJ knows, okay, and see, I'm not a fisherman. My son and CJ, they're good friends, and they fish all the time. And so CJ, I went fishing with my son one time, put a lure on. He goes, you don't want to use that lure. I go, why not? I like that lure. That lure works for me. Spinner bait, I think it was a rooster tail. They're like, rooster tail, what is it? Well, it's a thing that spins that's got feathers on it like a rooster's feathers. George says, that's right. He knows when he does this is how Tammy's going to respond. Yeah. So I had a rooster tail on. I was going to fish with it. One, because you don't throw it out there and sit. It keeps you moving, and I'm, me, I don't want to sit still. Two is because I've had good luck with rooster tails. He says, you're not going to catch anything on that. And I said, why not? I always catch stuff on a rooster tail. I have great luck on a rooster tail. He said, no. The sun's too bright, and the temperature's too this, and the reflection off that spinner is going to do this. Here, this is what you need to use in this sunlight and in this temperature. Now, those are some serious fishermen. They're a little bit, you with me? But it's no different than when you talk to that single mother who has 3 kids working from home, trying to make ends meet, trying to figure it out. This is what you say. This is the routine. This is what you get in the habit of. And the more you study and the more you learn and the more you work on yourself and the more you get in that routine. If I do this, this happens. If I contact 10 people, I get 2 to sign up. If I contact 10 people, I have 3 that are interested. And once I get 10 that are interested, 2 sign up. So if I got to get 10 that are interested and 3 every time I contact people, that means I got to contact 30 people to get 10. Is that right? 3, 6, 9, 40 people to get my 10. And I know if I do this, this will happen. If I do this, this will happen. Friday the 13th. Some people say it's a great day for me. It's lucky. Some people say, oh, it's a terrible day. So go out there today on Friday the 13th. Make it a great day. Have a blast. Enjoy yourself. And think about routines, what you get in the habit of doing. Because what you do over and over and over, you get good at. Whether it's sitting on the couch watching the boob tube, whether it's doing nothing, whether it's, George is a farmer and has fields that he plows, and he knows if I plow them and I do it properly and I do this, this is what I get out in return. Love you guys. Have a great Friday the 13th, an amazing weekend. See you Monday.